It's all about the sales. Selling is the lifeblood of an entrepreneur. Want to sell more without turning into a sleazy salesperson? Stay tuned. Welcome to Reinventing Perspectives, the show that's all about wealth creation through a what would Jesus do lens. If you're an entrepreneur and you love Jesus, then this is the place for you. We are going to be looking at eternal principles to inspire us to the next level where we create wealth and make an impact. Are you ready for the power of a kingdom perspective? Thank you for tuning in. Without wasting any more time, let's get to it. Thank you again for listening in. I'm your host, Priscilla Shumba, and today's episode is about how to sell, and not be sleazy. The marketplace has changed with the peak of online business. Today's customer wants to know your business, wants to know you, wants to try your product, wants to see if they like it, and then maybe they'll see if they want to buy. Well, what does this mean to your business if it's going to survive? This means you have to be ready to offer value before you sell. Not just to offer value through selling. You have to offer value before you sell. Basically, give value, give more value, then give even more value, and then make an ask. This concept is coined by Gary Vaynerchuk, the author of Jab, 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 Right Hook, How to Tell Your Story in a Noisy Social World. Gary basically says, whatever your jab is, it doesn't entitle you to land the right hook. It just allows you to have the audacity to ask. So just because you're giving away value for free doesn't entitle you to make a sale. It just gives you a platform from which to ask for the sale. Most people feel uncomfortable making a sale. But remember, if you're not selling, then it's a hobby. Sean Cannell says, remember that if you're gonna make an impact, you need money for your mission. Sales equals money. Selling doesn't have to be sleazy. In fact, selling should never be sleazy because you're not pushing your product on people. Your business is an answer to a problem. So selling is basically problem solving. You're helping your customer solve their problem the best way that you know how. Marketing expert Seth Godin says, don't find customers for your products. Find products for your customer. I'll repeat that. Don't find customers for your products. Find products for your customer. We always put people first, so our customer is always first. The other way of doing things where you find customers for your product has the danger of one, manipulating customers into buying things that they don't need, deceiving customers by pretending a product has qualities that it doesn't have or a service can do what it doesn't do. Remember, your business is part of a mission, a higher mission, and you want to make an impact with your business by being honest, truthful in your service to your customer. Mark 8:36 says, for what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? The best way to sell is to tell your story, your true story. Build your brand with authenticity. Look at Nike. Nike shared their unique story with the customer. The customer understood who Nike was, their identity. So in essence, Nike didn't create the brand. The customer resonating with the identity of Nike is what created that powerful brand. This creates two parts to selling. One, sharing our story, and two, the customer resonating with our story. Well, how will the customer resonate with our story? KYC, know your customer. What does your customer want and need? And then build a relationship based on listening to what your customer wants. How do you build a relationship with someone? You sit at their feet and you literally ask questions and listen. Tony Robbins says, if you ask better questions, you'll get better answers. This is the only way to get to know your customer. Be able to create a story that's so compelling that your customer will resonate with it. If you want to be a great salesperson, build relationships. Jeffrey Gitomer, the author of The Little Red Book of Selling, says, great salespeople are relationship builders who provide value and help their customers to win. Make that your goal. How can we make our customer win? This new way of selling, where we provide value before we make an ask, means that we can't lose. So we can stop dreading the no. It's okay to hear the no, because if you've provided enough value, it could lead to a sale. Well, it might not lead to a sale. It may not lead to a sale today, but it could lead to future sales. It may not lead to a sale today, but it could lead to a referral. And it may not lead to a sale, but you might have people that you've converted into being your brand ambassadors. People who go and say to anyone who has the same problem that you're solving, hey, go to so-and-so. They really provided value. I know business is all about the numbers, but there are things which can't be measured until they can. Building a brand is one of those things. It may seem like it's a slow process, but if you're persistent and consistent in giving value, it will eventually show up in your sales numbers. Let's go back to the structure and systems of our business, because if we're going to scale and grow, we need to make sure the fundamentals of our business are in order. We've talked about the business model. The business model is what Peter Drucker used to refer to as the answers to the questions, who is your customer? What is your customer value? And how do you deliver value at an appropriate cost? And we've talked about our business strategy, which is about improving our offering. Not just our product, but everything around our products, the free things we give away, the bonuses, the guarantees, the extras that we provide for free in addition to our product. That's our strategy to improve our offering. Now let's talk about business tactics, the actual little bits and pieces that we put into action to support our strategy and to fulfill our business model. Sun Tzu in the Art of War book says, strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory, and tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. I'll repeat that. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory, and tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. The most important tactic, I think, is to put yourself in front of people who will say yes to your message. What does this mean? Basically, don't sell a blow dryer to a person with no hair. It's just that simple. Put yourself in front of people who have the need that you're able to fulfill. Knowing who these people are comes from understanding your customer and knowing who your target customer is. Who is your target market? If you try to reach everybody, you'll end up reaching nobody. Understand your target market. The second tactic is put yourself in front of a decision maker, someone who is able to make the decision to buy. The third tactic is be yourself. Just that simple. Real people like other real people. People will do business with people that they like. The fourth tactic is show, don't tell. Show them how the product works. Show them how the service works. Have testimonials of people who've used your product before and can say to your customer on your behalf, this product, this service is great. You need to have this. Trying to convince someone who doesn't need your product or can't even make a decision to buy, or being fake or over-enthusiastic, or doing a lot of talking and not enough showing, this is a recipe for disaster. The final point is always employ the 50-50 rule. Spend 50% of your time on coming up with your product and building structure and systems around your business. Then spend the other 50% of your time promoting. You want to be out there selling. Remember, sales are the lifeblood of an entrepreneur. So let's get selling. If you got any value out of this episode, please hit the like button and join the conversation. Subscribe and turn your notification bell on so that you don't miss a single episode. Feel free to join our community at www.reinventingperspectives.com, where there's plenty of free articles to help you stay in faith while on the grind. Until next time,